Hey guys, Taco Mage here. Welcome back to MagiCorp. We are once again on the Ilabs Redux 2 server, and I am still at our little NPC village here. As you can see from my armor, I've been doing a little bit of work. Basically, I set up a little base of operations back here. Better Beginnings crafting table set, regular crafting station, furnace, and a couple of chests. And these two things, which I ended up not needing, so that's not a big deal. The other thing that happened is that previously, and there's just a little bit of dirt left from it, I had, not previously, but between sessions, I actually set up a whole bunch of oreberry bushes along here, and then did some caving, found some more oreberry bushes, and kind of repeated that process until I was able to get all the copper. I'll bring up my copper for all my armor here, and then a whole, well, not a whole, but a small stack of iron ingots. And that was all from berry bushes. So basically I spent a day just cultivating the oreberry bushes and then doing a little bit of exploring. And I found some stuff that we're going to hit on a little bit today. But before then, we need to make some tools with these iron ingots. The first thing I need to do is make myself a sword, because sword. And that's going to be just a little bit better than my bone knife. So I think the big improvement is the durability. Need something that's going to last a little bit longer in combat. And the other thing that we're going to make is an iron paxel, because I need to go get something that I found, and I need an iron paxel to do it. So we're going to need an iron shovel, an iron pick, and an iron axe. And then we combine those together. I actually think it's shovel in the center. Oh, there it is. Iron paxel. And so, as you can see, I've got a stone paxel here, but it's almost broken. And unfortunately, the stone paxel isn't actually strong enough to do what I want it to do, so I needed to upgrade to an iron one. So that's all done. Let's dump some of this stuff in here. Basically, that's the only reason I created these chests, is that I had a place to dump stuff. So, as I said, I did a bunch of caving, and I found some things that I needed a paxel for. I also replaced this with a button, so it's a little bit easier to use. I realized that before, when I tried to get in here, I was just putting it up one too high. This is the square that you need to use in order to open this up with a button. So the things that I found, one of them was something kind of huge, because they're not exactly rare, but they're not common, and that is this down here. And we're not going to go inside because I want to save it for later, but that down there is actually a chromaticraft burrow, and I found it literally right next to the NPC village. And actually I found it because I accidentally fell right down to here, and I was like, oh, hello. But I don't open that up yet, because I think the things that can spawn in the chests in there are based on your current chromaticraft progression, so I don't want to come back to that until I've actually done some chromaticraft. So, but that's pretty huge. I've got it bookmarked. I'll definitely be coming back for it, because as I said, while they're not rare, they're not super common either, and they are kind of difficult to find when you really, really need one. So that was kind of a nice find. The other thing I found was this here, and I was actually going to run this castle as part of the episode today, but what happened while I was waiting for that is that I think it's every 8 days or so, there is a day where stuff can spawn during the day. I guess I'm going to do a little bit of fighting. And by stuff, I mean like zombies and skeletons and stuff. Alright, guys. There we go. Got them both. And what happened is that I was out and about. I think we've actually got one of those days going on right now, because there's a whole bunch of stuff over there, but I'm not sure. But anyway, what happened was that a whole bunch of stuff spawned, and then immediately, for whatever reason, decided to attack this fortress. And they pretty much cleaned it out. There were only a couple of guys left from what I was able to see. So I actually snuck in here earlier, just sneaking in here again for a quick look to see if there are any more chests, but I don't think there are. I snuck in here real quick. Sorry about the frames, geez. What are we at? Well, 55. I don't know why it seems framier than that. But I snuck in the bottom floor, and I cleaned it out, and I was just going to check real quick to see if there's anything. Oh, hello. To see if there's anything else in here worth getting, and I don't think there. Oh, I don't think there is, honestly. A couple of swords there, but otherwise, yeah, not really anything to eat. As you'll notice, I also got a whole bunch of food. I actually forgot that in that bandit camp, if you go I'm going the wrong way. If you go all the way up to, there's a top floor of the inn, or I guess the restaurant. There's actually, up there's all kinds of chests and stuff that are filled with food. So I basically raided that, filled up on all kinds of food so that I would have more than enough to get to where we're going. But anyway, so what had happened is that place got attacked by zombies. It killed most of the people inside, and I just snuck right in and looted all the chests, which is where I got like this potion regeneration, the music disc, this moving wand, which I can't use yet, but I will once I buy the Not Enough Wands license. And I also got some common treasure, and there's some other stuff that I put in my sack, like Division Sigil, and more importantly, I also found Ender Lily seeds. So that was pretty big. But for what we're doing right now, well, there we go. What we're doing right now is we're actually going to go down, and I don't actually want to go down that way. That's where I came up. We're going to go down and collect some oreberry bushes that I found that I actually need the Paxil in order to harvest. And I think they're right down over here. Yes. And basically, oreberry bushes that are native to Tinker's Construct just require your bare hand to harvest. But, what is it? Better berry bushes from the... what is that? The... Oh, I can't remember what the mod is. Well, it's going to say here. Another one bites the dust berry bushes. They require an axe of iron level or better to harvest, which is why I built this thing. So if we use our axe here, we can gather up all this berry bush. And that berry bush is going to be huge, because that's liquefied corallium. So, yeah, big pickup, because that's for abyssal craft. And while I can't use it yet because it's too powerful, I will be able to use it later, and that'll be a great source of corallium, or corallum, or however you pronounce it. Now, how do I get to the other place that I need to go? Oh, it's through here, I think. Yeah. This way? No? No, it isn't through there. It must be up and over. Because I found another pocket with some more oreberry bushes that I wanted to grab. And the... Ooh. Little tiny creeper. Yeah, the creepers are kind of out of control here. I think it's this way. Yeah, here it is. Found this big old... Oh, hello. This big old open area, which has all kinds... Well, not all kinds, but has some berry bushes in it that are kind of desirable. And I don't know how I'm going to get to them, because they're over there, and I don't want to explode them. Yeah, as you can see, zombies can pillar. Ow. Alright, that's fine. Just get these guys real quick, and then we'll grab our berry bushes and get out of dodge. Looks like there's another one over there. Must be below or above me. Oh, good, there's some more. They're spawning like crazy all of a sudden. So we're going to need to get these and just get out before things get... I wonder if we're on one of those days where things spawn like crazy. Seems kind of like it, because they weren't spawning this much earlier when I was down here. So these are platinum oreberry bushes, which are actually not that useful for a magic run-through like this, but they are important enough. We're going to get rid of that iron sword. I don't need this as many as I've got. And there should also be some other oreberry bushes around here somewhere. Are they up here? I hope that they didn't get blown up by a creeper or something. Alright guys, I'm back. I actually took a little bit of opportunity to search around and light up the cave a bit so that stuff would stop spawning on top of me. And I found my osmium bushes. They were actually right over here. Pretty much walked right over the top of them. But I do need to drop something, so let's just get rid of this chain runner. So we'll just grab these and be on our way. And we will get right back to our main event, which is traveling. So we're just going to climb on out of here with the handy little... Oh, poop. Bat poop. With the handy little staircase that I made. If you can call it that. So we're going to get topside here and then start heading back to destination. That's basically why we're here. So nothing much else to see around here. So we're just going to get started. And oh my goodness, look at that wall of mobs. So we are going to go ahead and sleep through the night and then get back on our way. But you guys don't need to see that. You know what sleeping through the night's like. So I will see you guys at the next point of interest. So you remember when I had said in my, first session, it was probably the first or second episode, where I'd wanted to find a nice little island where I could hole up and be safe for a couple of days while I crafted and did all the stuff that I ended up doing in that little NPC village. Yep, found it. No longer need it. But I found it. Full success. Well, better late than never, I guess. But that would have been nice. I mean, I still would have probably got some mob spawns over on that island there, but probably far enough away that it wouldn't really have caused much problem, I don't think. This is pretty much the perfect size. But as I said, I don't need it anymore. I'm pretty much ready to go straight for my destination. So, kind of a shame to find it so late, but it is what it is. Kind of a neat little island, though. It'd be fun for like a little, say like a little island run if I was doing that. But back at it. Yes, the blood moon rises over the sea. This is one of the times that I'm, not at all upset about a blood moon happening. Actually, I'm not a lot upset about being in the middle of a pretty big ocean. Blood moon, not the greatest thing to be on land during. Yeah, Tausty's slag hunting, so he's going to be crushing this blood moon with TPS clearing. But, yeah, kind of glad to not be on land during this, honestly. Now that I've said that, I'm going to, just run right into a big old chunk of ground. But, as you can see, I'm still about 3,000 meters off, so I'm getting there, but slowly. I tried doing a boat to get through this big old ocean voyage that I'm in the middle of. And that desynced me with the server and caused me to not crash, but caused me to get dropped. So that's not going to be an option. We're having some TPS issues right now that Tausty's trying to track down. But otherwise, it's just basically been this for the last 20 minutes. It'd be nice if there was a way to swim a little bit faster rather than just have to get a boat, but those just don't work so well on the server. So, yeah, this is my life right now. But, like I said, right now, I don't mind it being my life because I kind of want to not be anywhere close to land until that thing's done doing what it's doing. But for the time being, it's just going to be me swimming, so I'll catch you at the next thing. So this is a thing. I'm not sure if this is the Chromatocraft dungeon or if this is the Minecraft one. This might be the Chromatocraft one, in which case I definitely need to save this spot. This will be pretty huge once I get into Chromatocraft. This looks like something as well, but it's a little bit different. It's like a weird outcropping, and there's an oreberry bush right on top of it. But this, I think this is Chromatocraft. I want to say it is. I suppose it could also be like Ancient Warfare or something, but because we've got these weird blocks on top, I think we're looking at Chromatocraft. I want to jump on top of this thing real quick and see what these blocks are, because if this is what I think it is, these are actually pretty rare, and I'm really glad I found it. So let's just check this out. No, it's Gannies. Oh, okay. Well then. We're going to save that point anyway, but yeah, it's not what I thought it was, but that's okay. I've never actually seen the water temple from Chromatocraft. I just noted that it's a thing, so I didn't really know what I was looking at. So I'm going to save this and then continue on my way. We're just a little over 1,500 meters there, so we're not too far away. Hopefully get there yet this session. Well, we're about 1,300 meters away, and we made some pretty significant landfall here. We're in some sort of Ganny. Ooh, that's a neat thing. I'm not going to do it because the pigs will just eat me. Oh. Chromatocraft tree. So it looks like we're heading into some more significant landage here, I hope. Which is good because it would be unfortunate if my point happened to be in the middle of the ocean. Though, last time I lucked out, and while it was Ocean E, it was not in the dead center of the ocean. Why is there a spider just spontaneously there? Leave me alone, spider. Hopefully once he gets in the light, he'll calm down. But yeah, it looks like we're heading into a little bit something significant here. Looks like our spot's going to be kind of in a... What's this? Not deciduous, but in a coniferous forest, possibly? Taiga-y area? That would be neat. Oh. So that grouping of things over there, I was going to say, is either Thaumcraft or Abyssalcraft, and it's Thaumcraft. I saw them through the trees. There are a bunch of those around, so hopefully I'll be able to do that as part of doing Thaumcraft. By doing that, I mean getting the cultist robes and armor together. Not a big deal in my book, and I don't think I would be able to sell those as products just because they're mob drops. And I think all the products from talking to Mr. Collinsworth there, I believe all the products actually have to be processed and developed somehow, so things that are like mob drops and stuff I don't think I'm going to be able to sell. But speaking of that, since I'm kind of rambling here anyway, we should get into this 1,000... Ooh, what's that? That's a weird little structure. I think that might have been part of a bridge from Recurrent. Yeah, I think that's what that was. While I'm talking about Mr. Collinsworth here, I had talked to him. You'll notice that I don't have my open blocks sleeping bag on me anymore. And it turns out... Ooh, there's going to be some wolves a lot closer to home. Cool. I'm not going to bookmark them this time. I'll just kind of remember that they're over here. I'm sure I'll totally remember. Talking to him, apparently I'm not actually allowed to use that yet. I'm not being fined or anything for using something out of license, but he did make me relinquish it. Apparently, while it seems like that the sleeping bag would be a... What's this? Big old just lava pool. Would be a mundane item. Apparently, mundane items for the purpose of licensing are just tools and armor, but don't count for the sleeping bag. So pickaxes, things that are like pickaxes, shears, things like that, but not like extra items like a sleeping bag, which is essentially an extra item. Blocks will, of course, fall under their own certain area, but, you know, crafting tables, furnaces, and things that are like crafting tables and furnaces that are not otherwise powered, yeah, that's all allowable. It's just the specialty items in mods that you don't really have a vanilla equivalent. Those are things that require the license. So I'm glad he clarified that with me. This is the one that's got the bed in it. Cool, I can set my spawn point right here. And unfortunately, I'm running out of time to record at the moment, so I think I'm actually going to stop here and take a little siesta and wait till I've got some more time to record, which will hopefully be in a little bit. But yeah, anyway, so that was a bit of a clarification on the rules there, that I can use tools and other mundane items that are like the things that are in vanilla Minecraft, but I can't use specialty items. So I'll know that going forward. That was a mistake on my part, so good to know for the future. But yep, I'm just going to take a break here, wait till I've got more time to record, and then be on my way. And I will talk to you guys at the next point.